All right, so these are 5 hidden gems. We've gone through over 50 projects this past week, probably more like 60 or 70. And these are the 5 projects that we think are worth keeping an eye on based on potential promise. Now, keep in mind, we haven't done full code reviews on these projects, so there's still a lot left to be analyzed when it comes to these projects. But nonetheless, they're showing promise and they're worth watching. So the first one is Super Rare. Super Rare is a digital art NFT marketplace built on Ethereum that's actually been around for just about 3 years as of, I believe, April 2nd. They just had their 3-year anniversary. It's a decentralized application built on Ethereum, as I mentioned, and it scored 89. That's very high for a fundamental analysis score. They've already built this working NFT marketplace, but they don't have a token yet. And if a token does get launched, it's going to be very, very interesting and potentially worth investing in. Not financial advice, but what's the most interesting development about Super Rare recently is their $9 million Series A with notable investors, including Mark Cuban, Ashton Kutcher, Naval, and Chamath. Right. So these aren't pump and dump VCs. These are people who, when they put their name behind something, they believe that it's going to succeed. And they just raised a significant amount of money. So Super Rare is, like I mentioned, they don't have a token out yet, but when they do, it's going to be one to watch out for. The second is Element Finance. Element Finance is a brand new project. It's barely broken onto the radar. And there's not much available information aside from the fact that they're a DeFi protocol that's going to be focused on introducing high fixed yield income to the DeFi market. But how did this score an 85 if there's not a lot of information about it? Now, obviously, we don't have any code to review, or we can't dive into the tokenomics because they're not available yet. But essentially, Element Finance has some of the strongest backing and one of the strongest teams from any early stage market or early stage project out there right now. They recently raised $4.4 million from notable investors, including A16Z, Joseph Lubin of Consensus, Fernando Martinelli of Balancer, and Stani Kulichov of Aave. These are big names in the crypto sphere. And they also have a very, very strong team with experience, people with experience at both Consensus and MakerDAO. So this is absolutely one to watch, but it is very early on. No token launch date yet, but we'll keep you updated. Third is Rally. Rally is an open network that enables creators to launch vibrant and independent economies, or in other words, it allows people or content creators to launch their own cryptocurrency token on Ethereum, right? So it too is a decentralized application. It's actually scored an 86, and there is a token available. And when I made the slide, it was $165 million market cap. It might have gone down a little bit since this, but essentially the use case here is that a content creator can monetize their audience by launching a cryptocurrency token, and the audience is incentivized to buy their token because they can have access. If you own over a certain amount of a content creator's token, you can access a newsletter, a premium newsletter, a premium content, exclusive merchandise. The possibilities are endless. It's up to the content creator to decide what those perks may be. What's more interesting is if you invest in a content creator's cryptocurrency early, let's say you have to own 10 of their cryptocurrency tokens to have access to their exclusive content. Well, what happens when they blow up and get bigger? Well, those 10 tokens are actually increasing in value. So while it was costing you, let's say, a couple $100 to access their premium content, that couple $100 is in that cryptocurrency token that is rising in value as that content creator grows. So not only are you getting perks as an investor in somebody's cryptocurrency token, you're investing in them and their cryptocurrency and their platform as well. This is one that I'm extremely interested in because of the fact that they're tapping into people's social networks, or they're tapping into social networks, and they're tapping into content creators that have large networks. And I can see this going viral rather quickly. I'm going to talk about, we'll probably get into this with some other cryptocurrencies picks or cryptocurrency discussion later, but I'm seeing something that I'm referring to as the decentralization of the content economy. So we have DeFi, and for short, we could just call this DCon, the decentralization of the content economy. And I believe that Rally, or what Rally's trying to do, is playing into that. And what I mean by the decentralization of the content economy, we see Theta decentralizing video streaming. We see Audius decentralizing audio streaming, right? We have these projects like Rally and Drep trying to create social currencies, right? So I think that this is going to be a narrative in the market and an explosive, piece of the cryptocurrency movement, and that's the decentralization of the content economy. And Rally plays into that. Playing into that as well is Affinity. Affinity, another new cryptocurrency announcement. Affinity is going to be powered by Engine. So if you're familiar with the Engine cryptocurrency token, it's in the top 100. I believe when I checked earlier today, it was the number 56 ranked by market cap. It had a fundamental score of 87. And Affinity just seeks to be a scalable, decentralized cross-chain network on Polkadot that is designed to bring NFT tokens to everyone. Essentially, it's just an NFT blockchain similar to Flow, but it's going to be on Polkadot and it's going to be powered by Engine. The tokenomics behind Affinity, from what I've read so far, interplay and have incentives built into the Engine cryptocurrency as well. They've recently raised $19 million. That's a lot of money from pretty notable investors, including Crypto.com Capital, Arrington XRP Capital, DeFi Alliance, and others. Last but not least is Charged Particles. Charged Particles is an ETH decentralized application that facilitates the deposit of time-locked and or yield-bearing assets into existing NFTs, adding intrinsic value. The yield on those yield-bearing assets that are being deposited into these NFTs is programmable and can be directed wherever. So essentially, your NFT is only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. But what if you could deposit yield-bearing Aave or yield-bearing DAI or yield-bearing Ethereum into an NFT and then program that yield to be directed to whoever owns the NFT? Now, all of a sudden, you can own an NFT and earn interest on the intrinsic value of that NFT. If you deposit 100 DAI into an NFT, well, that NFT is going to be worth at least 100 DAI, as well as whatever interest it's earning as well. There's not a token available yet, but they do have a fully functioning platform that looks very good so far. So I'm very interested in a code review on this platform and eagerly awaiting a token launch. And those are the projects to watch out for.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.